It's no longer a question of what technology do I need to choose to solve something. It's more the difficulty of making the right choices.
Well, René, thank you very much for coming into our studios today. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So today we're going to start our 4-part series on digital transformation and the sharing economy. Let's jump straight in and start with digital transformation. The perfect question to start off with, what is digital transformation?
Thanks, that's a good question, because digital transformation will probably be different for every company. It's also hard to pinpoint a definition which will fit to every case. But what I can say is digital transformation is, in fact, the integration of new digital technologies in all areas of our business, which will affect heavily the way we do business and creating value. And in addition to this technological part, there is also a huge part of, let's say, cultural change, because we have to leave the path of well-structured processes we always knew to go in areas which are partially unknown and question ourselves all the time if we are still in the right business, if we're doing the right things, if we are working on the right problems of our customers. That's in a nutshell what I would say it's called digital transformation.
Okay, so that's what it is. What has sort of changed over the last few years that you've noticed?
This huge technological change has brought, let's say, changes in several areas. First, the way we act or we communicate with our customers and create value. As an example, yesterday marketing was all about pushing you to buy. Meanwhile, today, marketing is more about inspiring customers to buy something. It's much more about bi-directional communication. So this is the part customer. Then it's also about the perception of competition. In the past, it was clear who was the partner and who was the competitor. Today, in our complex global business networks, this differentiation is not so easy at all. Sometimes it's maybe even possible that your competitor becomes your partner for a given moment. So this relationship has changed. Then what also is completely different is the way of innovating. In the past, innovation happened within a given market or industry. And today, the innovation can come from anywhere or everywhere in a complete different way. The next thing which has also changed is our perception and handling of data. Data management in the past was difficult and expensive, and difficult to do. And today, data are created everywhere. It's easy, it's not expensive at all. The only challenge we have today is what to do with all those data and create the right insights or value out of it. These are, let's say, the main things which have changed.
So with those things in mind, why is then business as usual no longer an option?
As I mentioned before, the customer today, it's a complete different person. He acts, behaves different. The way business works, it's much more global than local. The technology is there. It's no longer a question of what technology do I need to choose to solve something. It's more the difficulty of making the right choices. And it will not stop. The speed, we will never become slower than today. And when you look a little bit around you, there are newcomers on the market which we couldn't have imagined a couple of years ago. And to stay relevant, even in the future as enterprise, you need constantly starting to think about your market, your environment, your customers, what has changed. The difficulty is that, especially in the small and medium business area, that leadership is so involved in operational questions that they do not have, let's say, time in quote, but that's a risk. And that's why I started last year to describe ways how companies could start successfully this transformation, even being busy with the current operational business, because you cannot wait any longer.
Well, René, thank you very much, and I look forward to speaking to you again.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching. If you like this interview and would like to watch all the other parts of our interviews with René, head over to dukascopy.tv.